Hello guys, my name is Clermont. Okay, so today we are going to start building my storage system. I am still not quite sure how I'm going to fill my storage system. Okay, but the important part is that we are going to be productive today. So the first thing we did is go into a trial chamber. So yeah, after we opened some treasure and beat some mobs, then I wanted to be productive, so I started gathering some packed ice, because I need packed ice for the water streams. After we got packed ice, we started crafting a lot of stuff like slabs and materials that we will need, and then I needed jack-o'-lanterns. So I use jack-o'-lanterns because they can conduct redstone signal because they are solid blocks, and they also can light up the redstone, so we don't have those pesky creepers doing damage to our farm. And then we finally started building our first modules. So this storage system is going to have so the idea is that you will throw any type of item, so even if it's unstackable or stackable or a shulker, then it will basically sort everything. So it will dispense the shulker, and then it's going to empty the shulker, and then all the items, if stackable or stackable, unstackable or so all the items stackable or unstackable are going to be sorted. So it will have also we will have a multi-item sorter. So you sometimes won't get a lot of materials, like maybe diamonds or netherite, so there's no point making like a filter for netherite, because the odds of me getting enough netherite to fill one of those is like 1 in a million. So yeah, you can do it in theory with word eaters and stuff, but I have never built a word eater, and I wouldn't do it for netherite. So a netherite beacon would be nice. Okay, but yeah, so we have a multi-item sorter, and we also have okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I used something called Unstackable sorter for 1.20 of by command Leo. So I found it on the Discord of Storage Tech. So if you guys are interested in that kind of filter, then please go support the creator, because I didn't create it. It's really cool, and it's really, so it has never failed to me. Like the only way it can fail is if some stackable items end up there. But what I do is, so basically the way this storage works is, well, I will explain later. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm going to build today. So I will probably build all the logic that separates shulker boxes from unstackable and stackable items, stackables from unstackables, and a logic that's the multi-item sorter and the unstackable sorter by command Leo. But I don't remember where I got the the multi-item sorter, because I got it so long ago. So I have used this storage from like 2020, 21. So I really don't remember where I got it. I will try to find it and put the link in the description for all of that. Oh wow, so the multi-item sorter that I used is from Gnembom. I swear I didn't see Gnembom's tutorial. I saw another tutorial, probably saw Shulker craft. Sorry, that was probably when I wasn't as experienced with Minecraft, so I just got the first design that I saw on YouTube. But yeah, I didn't support Gnembom back then. So yeah, I think it's a Gnembom design. So yeah, I will link the Gnembom design in the description. Wow. Look at this. I hadn't realized this. So you can see this is the gold farm. Look at this guy. These guys, plural. So there are two guys that are at this distance that they just refuse to go in the hole, and they are aggroed, so they are angry at me since I'm killing his friends. Now I thought, damn it. So to prevent this, I tried to enchant another sword. So I enchanted one with smite 5, so to make sure that everyone dies like one shot. But they don't die one shot, so they still get hurt. So these guys get aggroed, which isn't good, because then that means that I noticed that after a while I was getting very little amount of peeling, so I tried to see why, and now I understand why. I assumed it was because mobs were spawning like in these spots that I haven't spawned plus completely, like this guy. So as you can see, I'm missing a block here. So if they accumulated, then it would make sense that the farm would stop working correctly, but they keep despawning because they are outside the despawn sphere. Well, it's not the despawn sphere, like mobs start randomly spawning after I think it's a very too distance, so these guys are the ones that are not outside that range, so they keep accumulating here, and in this layer and this layer they keep accumulating, so it affects the rates of all the farm. So now I don't know how to fix it. I could in theory diminish the clock, but the clock that is attacking the piglins, but if I do that, then okay, so what I found that works to stop this problem is this. So basically in these 3 layers is where the piglins can appear, and they won't stop appearing. So what the pigling, when they are aggro, then they will do something like this. So they will either fall from here, like for get in this block, then go here and go here and try to get as close as me, so they get here in these withdraws. Which is really fun. Like I will show like them running there. But yeah, that fixed the problem. And this is working perfectly. Also, I don't know if I showed this. Okay, so I had to do some changes here. So first, as you can see, I used to have like this piston push this block. Oh, I have to turn off this. So I used to have this piston here, and then he will push the observer here. The problem with doing it that way is that items are aligned in the middle of these blocks. So when it got here, then it would get stuck in the observer. So I got the observer up here. And another thing is that I artificially pretended that this is full, because I don't need so many soul speed books and so many potions. So, well, or at least not in this moment. So what I did is I locked these hoppers so that there would be a shulker here. There's a shulker here. So this turns off the node block. Now, if I were to remove this, then you could see that it will start working again. Like this. Yeah, I don't need more potions, so let's leave it like that. So this is future Clermont. So I am from 27th of November. The problem is that well, as you can see, I have already updated the word here. But yeah, so basically this is the multi-item sorter, like I said, by command Leo. So it works pretty well. So basically, well, okay. So I am from the future, so I have footage explaining how everything of this works, but I'm not going to show that footage because it's either messy or I didn't explain it well, or I changed my mind because like I finished this story season like 2 months ago. I'm not sure. So like I have said, I was busy with my graduation project. So let's show I'm going to explain better. So ignore this part and ignore this part that I'm going to make in the next episode. Okay, so yeah, this system works basically like this. So this guy, I can throw every type of item. So let's say I can throw a shulker, and I can throw stackables in whatever. Like it doesn't matter. Now, the way this works is I have this module. This module I also am using a design by another person, but I don't remember right now the person. I will probably send a link in the description if I found it. So this guy basically separates from shulkers and stackables and unstackables. So let's say I throw, well, let's throw unstackables. So we have bets. Now, okay, if I throw unstackable, it will go through this part. So it will go here. If I throw a shulker, it will go here because shulkers can't enter shulkers. If it's unstackable, then it will go in this part, as you can see. So I have made some improvements as well. You can see like there is cactus here. But yeah, the idea is that is how it works. So it separates the three parts. So this chest eventually will be only stackables. Then we have a shulker unloader. This is a the shulker unloader. So if I throw this shulker, let's throw these two. Let's see if we can check it. Yeah, you can see it from here. So it dispenses the shulker and the unstackable items separate. So you can see the shulker and here will be the unstackables. And these stackables went here. Okay. Now that is this part. That's what it does. So this is a so basically in this point the shulker can throw either stackables or unstackables. So I have a stackable and unstackable filter here, which works like this. You basically have like an ito. No, it's not an ito. Impulse SB filter, but basically it is in this hopper. So basically it detects if it's unstackable, then it will have a redstone signal of 1. So it will go this direction, so it won't unlock this hopper. If it is unstackable, then it will send us a redstone signal of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and it will unlock this hopper. So the unstackable will go here and the stackable will go here. So this water stream goes to this guy. This is the what's the name? The stackable filter. So it has basically it can separate all of this. So discs, potions, books, cheers, flint and steel, magma, powder snow, water, boats, minecarts, even TNT minecarts, armor, and tools. So how does it separate all the modules? So the discs are separated using a jukebox. So the only item that can go in a jukebox are discs. The only item that can go through bookshelves is books, or well, it can be regular books which are stackable, but in this case only unstackable should be here. Now, how does it separate potions with brewing stands? There is a brewing stand here. Okay, so if it's a brewing stand, then it will go here. Oh yeah, it will go either here or it will go down here if it can dispense to here. Now, if it is cheers and flint and steel, they are interesting because oh, okay, this is exclusive preview as always. I'm still considering not showing this because the problem is that my replay footage got corrupted, so I couldn't show the build of this, which is a shame because I really took so long to build and replay basically damaged. So if it is so the advantage of flint or cheers is that maybe you have something like this. Now when I power this, then it will not throw the item. As you can see, it just fails. It fails and it doesn't throw the item. And the same with a cheer. So the item stays here, but if I were to use like a, well, I don't know, maybe this one, but let's say if we use a powder snow, this will happen. So it will dispense the item, as you can see. So that's how you separate cheers and flint and steel. Now, how do you separate cheers and the flint and steel from each other? Now you have here. So this basically dispenses fire here, and if this observer detects fire, then it's a flint and steel. If it doesn't, it's a cheer. That's how it separates those. Now the magma and powder snow, I think they get separated by throwing it here. So you have this module. So the only block that can waterlog something are water buckets. So if it's a water bucket, then it will fill this block, and then the water will go down. If it is if it's a lava bucket, then it will fail. And then how you separate? Well, if it's lava bucket or powder snow, it will fail. And then how do you separate these two? So when you put a powder snow on top of a puzzle, then it will change the block. Then you detect it and then you separate those two. Boats and these guys get separated here. So basically the only way to dispense a boat is in water. So you do it here. So the boat gets here and then these pistons move it. There's also this hopper. This hopper is throwing items into the boat. So if it detects that there is an item, then it will know that it's a chest hopper, a chest boat. If it doesn't, then it's a normal chest. These guys, I am not sure. The minecarts, I know that they dispense the minecarts, so they will dispense it like here. And I think depending of how fast they move, or I think the hopper minecart picks an item. But yeah, that's how you separate these guys. But I'm not quite sure the TNT minecart at least. The armor is here, so they basically dispense armor sand. Let's look it. It's better to show. So this guy has, as you can see, has armor sands, and this guy has arrows. You can see that. I should also put sound. Now, the others, this is also a spoiler. What I don't like about this system is that it always removes one durability from flint and steel. So let's check when the armor arrives. Well, when the tools arrive. Okay, so that's how it works. So if it's armor, then it will get the items here, and then they will go down here, which they will go to the armor slot, which is here. If it's not, then the items will go down here. But as you saw, So you are always using arrows. Even when it fails, it is using arrows. So I am using the arrows from the peeling bartering. So that's how I get the items. So that's the way. So it's all using arrows. So that's why I have these guys here. This is to when this runs out, this lamp is turned off, and it tells me, okay, I need more arrows. And this is the shulkers. So since this is loaded with shulkers, also I haven't shown how this when this feels. Oh, this is close to feeling. Maybe I can feel it so that you guys can see. This is really cool. I love this type of this type of I forgot the name of I love this type of storage system. A shulker order, because you can see. So basically, how does this work? So when there's a so this is almost full, so as you can see, but it still doesn't break the shulker until I put that item here, and then you saw it. So it has a composter. So basically, it throws the composter. Now it's cool because composters are containers. So if an item is here, like inside this composter, then this guy won't be able to push it because it is a container. But it breaks the shulker. So for a split second, when this block is like in the middle, like here and here, then it doesn't count as a container because it's moving. So since it's moving, then it will absorb the item, the hopper. So that's how it works. So it has to be very quick, like in one tick. This automatically tells this system when in its arrows, and it is dependent of these two parts. So here is the shulkers. So when there are no shulkers, then this guy will ask for shulker, so it will pull this block. When it pulls this block, this guy will be here, and so it will turn on this clock, which will throw shulkers until this guy gets the redstone signal, which is when this chest is full. It will get more shulkers than necessary because this isn't automatic, so it doesn't turn on automatic. So I have another chest just in case. So then the shulker will go here. If it runs out of arrows, then is this guy. So it does basically the same, but here I use a wall to send the signal. So it will turn on this clock, which will throw all the arrows. So the arrows will go from here to here, and then go inside these chests. So that's basically how this works. Now, how does the item, the multi-item sorter? This is a pretty basic one, but what it does is basically it checks every hopper. So the items will arrive here. Well, I can do it. Example. Let's say I want. Oh, I also got sponges. So let's say I want to throw this. So I can throw it manually here, which was faster. As you can see, this guy starts working, so it gets the item into these dropper elevators. This dropper elevator will throw the items depending on, so it will check here, then 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 here, well, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here. It always starts up and got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, until it reaches the end. If it doesn't have like a item, let's say I throw my sword, there is no available slot for my sword. As you can see, it already arrived the second ingot that I had. My sword will go through all the system. So it will go here, then go here, then go here, until it reaches here, which is overflow. So this is overflow, so every time something feels that isn't here and in all these systems, then it will go here. So basically stone, I have a lot of stone. So if a lot of stone reaches and fills this chest, and this chest, then it will detect it and throw here. And that's here is where I want to make like the system where I have like a bulk storage. So I don't know, somewhere in the world I will have a bulk storage. Well, I I don't want to show spoilers because I made some changes in my base. But yeah, let's say I have like a a bulk storage like here, very far away from my base. So basically I will have like a minecart, a chest minecart or something like that that will go to the nether and then get it into the bulk storage, which I want to do for when there is overflow, because that's why I will have like, because I have a lot of stone, redstone. I already have a lot of redstone. Like, look at this redstone. I have all these shulkers full, and I had to move. I have spoilers here, so I will cut it from when I get to the chapel. Chapel. Yeah, and in the chapel we have all of this, so we have a lot more redstone blocks because the witch farm is insane. So, and I even have this guy. So I basically have been getting the items here, so right at the moment I only have this, and this is full of like rockets, like something box storage could have like stone, blackstone. I have so much blackstone, it's insane. So yeah, our overflow is only this chest, but I usually don't never have overflow. So yeah, my sort already reached. And sometimes if there is a mistake. So where did I get the idea? So this idea, I saw it in Psycraft. So Psycraft, they made like a word down for Psycraft Blitz. So they basically Blitz. They made like, I think it was like 100 days where they were going to make like a farm for each item. So in the resource system they had something like this. They had this type of a Shulker unloader, which I stole from them. I made a schematic. And but they had like a different design of this unstackable filter. So I basically got the design and pasted the same type of a Shulker loader, and I made this module like this, and this is my design. Like, I think it's better to make like this to be like a hopper unloader, Shulker unloader, and this will be like a Shulker crafter. So instead of putting shulkers, wood shulkers, then I will get some shulker shells and wood to craft them. But yeah, this I made this like in another word, so that's how it works right now. And yeah, this oh yeah, I forgot to show this functionality. So how does this work? So why is there a cactus here? Well, I should show this in the next episode. Yeah, I will show that in the next episode and explain that. Because here, this is like the part. So yeah, I think I will leave this video here. This is like a storage part 1. But yeah, this is how this works, and this is how the multi-item sorter works, which I already said this is by Gnembom, and this is by Command Leo. Also, I will check my footage and see what else is useful, because I do mention a lot of stuff. Like, I was worried because sometimes when I tried this in Skyblock, then these items, so these unstackable items, this guy wouldn't be reliable. Like, sometimes the stackable and unstackable items would get here. So if stackable items get here, then like I said, like maybe a book arrives here, so it will go here. A regular book. Maybe, well, I said that, but it will never happen. Like, That is, yeah, I don't remember, but the problem is that this depends on it being. The problem is that this depends on it being unstackable. So like stuff here, like this guy will only start working when it gets a resto signal of 3, and if it's an unstackable, then if it's an unstackable, then no, if it's unstackable, then the items will accumulate here. So yeah, I will check for some footage and then return here. Okay, I just recorded the footage and forgot to record it. Okay, so I needed some sea pickles for the farm. So I built this little sea pickle farm, which is terrible by the way. It's one of the worst farms I have made. So the idea, I knew I have made sea pickle farms by myself, so I basically did this like in 10 minutes. Basically, it just dispenses bone meal into the sea pickles, and then these pistons move this platform, so the sea pickles break and go up into the water stream, or that was the idea. But the items get stuck, so let's see. So it basically works like this. So yeah, these pistons move up and down and it breaks the pickles, but yeah, my water stream, as you can see, the sea pickle gets stuck here. I think it's because these aren't full water blocks. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I basically had to manually get the pickles. uh, so yeah, it's more manual than I wanted. Ah, but it works. Like, I didn't need a lot of pickles for the storage system, so I only needed like 16. So yeah, as you can see, just from that I got like 64, so it's more than enough for what I need. So that's our little sea pickle farm. It's ugly and doesn't work as well, but it gives sea pickles. Okay, so we are back here. So I at first was going to make this like 4 separate videos of building this, because I took so long to build this. Like, it was like 3 days straight. Like, well, it was like 6 days, but I worked like 12 hours each day. So in these modules, so yeah, it took me so long. So I was going to divide it into 4 parts, but I'm going to divide it into 2 parts. So next episode I will show only like a small build of this and some other stuff that I needed to fill the filters and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to cut the video here, and next episode we will finish this star system, which I already showed. So not very good YouTube way of doing stuff, but yeah, due to replay mod corrupting, then it is hard because yeah, it was annoying. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.